Have you ever wondered why some people just stop going out? Not because they're lazy, not because they hate the world, but because the world feels too loud, too demanding, and home feels like the only place left that doesn't ask for anything. If that sounds like you, this video might explain why. Because psychology says the reason you rarely leave the house has a lot less to do with habit and a lot more to do with what's happened to your heart and mind. Stay with me till the end. This might be one of the most honest videos you'll ever hear. Number 1. The invisible wall. At first, staying home feels peaceful. You tell yourself, I just need a break. But slowly, that break becomes your entire life. You start declining plans, avoiding calls, and telling yourself, maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Psychologists call this avoidance behavior. It's what happens when your brain begins to associate the outside world with discomfort, anxiety, rejection, overstimulation, or even trauma. So your brain builds a wall, not out of bricks, but out of fear. And before you know it, home becomes your safe zone, and everything else becomes a battlefield. Number 2. The overthinker's escape. Deep thinkers, empaths, introverts, they're the ones most likely to stay indoors for long periods, not because they're antisocial, but because they feel everything too deeply. Every noise, every stare, every conversation, it drains them. They replay every social moment in their minds, wondering if they said something wrong. They crave peace so much that they hide from the chaos. Psychologically, this is a coping mechanism, a form of emotional self-protection. When the world feels overwhelming, the mind retreats inward. But the problem is, what starts as protection slowly turns into isolation. Number 3. The hidden causes. So, why do people rarely leave the house? Let's go deeper. For some, it starts with social anxiety, the fear of being judged, embarrassed, or misunderstood. For others, it's depression, where even simple tasks feel impossible. And for many, it's burnout, the soul-tired kind of exhaustion that makes even sunlight feel heavy. There's also something called learned helplessness. It's when your mind convinces you that no matter what you do, things won't get better. So you stop trying. It's not that you don't want to go out, it's that your brain whispers, what's the point? Number 4. The comfort zone that turns into a cage. Here's the painful truth. The same comfort that protects you can also imprison you. At first, home feels like safety. But over time, it becomes a bubble. You start to fear the unknown. The outside world begins to feel foreign, and slowly, your comfort zone becomes your cage. You begin to lose the small joys, the smell of rain, the laughter of strangers, the random beauty of life outside. Psychologists say this happens because of a brain mechanism called avoidance reinforcement. Every time you avoid something uncomfortable, your brain rewards you with relief. That relief becomes addictive. So, staying in feels better than facing the unknown. But the cost is your freedom. Number 5. The silent cry for control. There's another side to this that no one talks about. Control. When everything outside feels unpredictable, people who rarely leave the house find comfort in controlling their own space. They know where everything is, what happens next, and nothing can surprise them. It's not about being antisocial. It's about safety. When life has hurt you, safety becomes more important than excitement. And that's something not everyone understands. Number 6. How to break free. But here's the truth. The longer you stay hidden, the more you lose touch with the part of you that wants to live, that small voice that says, I miss who I used to be. So how do you break the cycle? Start small. Don't try to face the whole world at once. Step outside for a minute. Feel the wind. Look at the sky. Then come back in, proud of yourself. Because healing doesn't start with leaving your house. It starts with wanting to. Rebuilding takes time. But every time you step out, you tell your brain, I am safe. The world isn't against me. I can exist beyond these walls. If you're someone who rarely leaves the house, don't hate yourself for it. You're not broken. You're just protecting yourself in the only way you know how. But remember, there's a whole world waiting for the version of you that's ready to return. Even if no one sees your struggle, I want you to know this. You're not alone. Take one small step. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to feel alive again. If this spoke to you, share it. Someone out there needs this message too. Subscribe for more psychology videos that touch your mind and your heart.